Flex United stand, we've lost by 2-0, man. What happened?
It's a shocking performance. I don't even know where to start. Phil Jones, I don't know what you call that sort of performance. A mistake, first 10 seconds, as a centre-back, the ball's coming up, you want that header. You've lost the header. His head's just gone from then. He's conceded an own goal. I don't even know how he even scored that goal. He somehow...
Looked like he went with the wrong foot. I wasn't sure from where I was sitting, but...
He looked like he's opened up his body and scored for Spurs. Near post. Like, great finish. We saw it on the replay. Thought, great finish. Like, you've opened up your body, but it's the wrong team. It's supposed to be going the other way. He was shocking. The only player that come out of his head held high, I would say, is Tony Valencia. He was an absolute animal, Tony Valencia. And he put Son in his pocket. Son had to start drifting in on the other side where he started getting a bit more joy. But Valencia, fantastic.
It just weren't enough though, innit? I mean, going forward, shocking. Obviously, the first goal, it just absolutely shell-shocked us. And then you're thinking, are we going to be able to settle down, you know, get the nerves down? And it just didn't come. We had no fight in midfield. Dembele was just running the show. Pogba didn't really get close to him. And I said before the beginning of the game, I don't know what you think, I didn't want to see Sanchez on the left ahead of Martial. For me, Sanchez is the more versatile player. Martial's been playing well, and it looked like Ash Young was getting overrun on that side. It was like the chemistry between maybe Martial and Young was just thrown out the window to accommodate Sanchez. Second half, we went to number 10 and Martial went to the left. Maybe looked a little bit better, but what do you think on that? Do you think that was a big part of that?
Well, I said from the start, I wanted the front three of Lukaku, Sanchez and Martial, but I wanted Martial on the left because that's where he's been doing damage. He's unpredictable off the left, and he's been on form. Whereas Sanchez, he can go on the right and find his way into the team because Tony Valencia's never had a partner. It's always been Mata drifting in and everything's coming from the left. So I'm thinking Sanchez playing on the right, number 7, he can drift in, drift out, just work with Tony Valencia because from what I saw today, we don't have no partnerships. There's no partnerships on the pitch. Tottenham, they knew exactly what they were doing when they had the ball and when they didn't have the ball. We had the ball and nobody was brave enough to take the ball. Nobody was making runs in between Dembele and Dyer and I want the ball, give me the ball. Everyone's running away from Ashley Young. Everyone's running away from Tony Valencia. Everyone's running away from Chris Smalling. So for me, there was one team that knew their job on and off the ball. We didn't know our job on and off the ball. It's as simple as that. And that was just compiled by Pogba being taken off. So to me, I think that's a good message from Mourinho to give Pogba, yeah, you might be the star man here and stuff like that, but you got to perform because Dembele absolutely took the piss.
He ruined him, didn't he? And not just Pogba. Dembele was running the show in the whole midfield, and to me, even Ali was drifting into bits of space, and it looked like Pogba was scared of him. Like I just can't believe that we put up that kind of performance after we've been playing so well to the start of this year.
Yep. Well, I mean, for me, Dembele just bossed it from start to finish. I mean, Pogba looked like if Dembele's in and around me, he's a bit hesitant to do what he normally does. And for me, no one could get the ball off Dembele today. No one. And I think that's what told Mourinho that, listen, Pog, you got to come off. Because right now, Dembele is running the midfield. Pogba weren't doing his stuff. He got on the ball, started spraying the ball a couple times and finding Lukaku on the runs and stuff like that. But there's one thing I will say is that I think there was one instance in the game where we're 2-0 down, obviously, and the Tottenham player's injured. And instead of the leaders getting everybody together and riling everybody up, everyone's got their hands on their hips, staring into space, doing this, couple people talking together. Where's the team? Where's the team effort? Where's the get everybody in? We need to sort out this 2-0. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve it. So for me, like I said, going back to my point, there was a team that played like a team, and there was a team that was just plugged in a lot of individuals. And I didn't see any partnership. I didn't see any partnership between Valencia and the right wing. I didn't see any partnerships between Ashley Young and Martial. Didn't see any partnership between Matic and Pogba. And me, Matic, your sole job is to put out fires, to suss danger. He's more worried about playing offensive football than doing his job. Leave the offensive football to Pogba and Lingard, and because I thought Lingard, he was unlucky to come off. I knew he was going to be the one to come off because he doesn't have that big ego. But on a whole, it was a shocking performance. I was embarrassed to see that, and we just hopefully just go into the next game.
I mean, is it? I don't like to ever overreact. It's our first bad game in a while. You know, we've been confident, and probably the only good thing we can take from this evening is the fact that Chelsea got spanked at home to Bournemouth. So yeah, it maybe might not be the worst, but is it just a one-off, just a quick little blip? We get back to winning ways against Huddersfield on the weekend. We kick on again. Is it just a blip, or is it like the Alexis thing? He was on the wrong side of the pitch, the balance, or is that just a blip?
I personally think it's just a blip. Yeah. That's just me.
It's one game, innit? It's one game.
It's one game. We move on to the next one. But there's one thing in football that you don't need talent to do, and that's effort. Spurs game, every single player knew their job and they were giving effort, hustling us from first minute to the 90th minute. They never ever stopped. And we couldn't figure out their high press. We couldn't figure out them hustling us off the ball. We couldn't figure out their patterns of play. You had Son coming in. You had Ericsson coming in. Young
Ali,
everyone's
just everywhere.
Everyone's just floating. Whereas us, everyone's quite stagnant. No one's really coming in pockets, getting the ball, playing 1-2s and stuff. Listen, I just put it down to an off performance, and Tottenham was really good.
I'm going to flip this on its head. Normally at this stage of the interview, I ask for the man of the match. We were shocking. So who was the worst player on the pitch for us?
Phil Jones. That was a -5 performance. I don't know if you can get -5, but that was a -5 performance. I still don't know how he scored that goal, but it was actually when he lost that first header to. I think he lost that first header to.
It was to Kane, yeah.
That was it for him. Yeah. He wasn't the same when he was getting the ball. He wasn't composed enough. He's rushing this, that, and the other. But on a positive note, Tony Valencia for me. Yeah. Tony Valencia was absolutely fantastic. And he deserves a round of applause for his performance.
Not a lot of standout points, but listen, thanks for talking to us, bro. Nice one, man. Wicked. Chill.